Hello and welcome to a new dose of culture. Think you know more than a child? Prove it by answering these 100 elementary school questions. Ready? Let the challenge begin. What is the capital of France? The city of Paris. How many sides are in a triangle? Three sides. What is 6 times 7? "42. What is the antonym of complicated? Simple. What is the third to last letter of the alphabet? The letter X. How many weeks are there in a year? "52 weeks? Which of these musical instruments is a wind instrument? The flute. What is the Earth's natural satellite? It's the moon. What color do you get when you mix red and blue? Purple. On which continent is the Amazon River located? In South America. What is the largest continent in the world? Asia. How many syllables does the word elefante have? Four syllables. What does this traffic sign mean? No entry for pedestrians. What time is the clock in the picture showing? "11:30. Which of these words is an example of a compound word? Corkscrew. What is the next number in this series? "42. How many years are there in a millennium? A 1,000 years. How many vowels are there in the word estudiante? Five vowels. How are animals that only feed on the meat of other animals classified? Carnivores. Which fruit is rich in vitamin C? An orange. What type of sentence is "How beautiful the sky is"? It's an exclamatory sentence. What punctuation mark indicates the end of a sentence? The period. What punctuation mark is used to indicate a pause that is greater than a comma but less than a period? The semicolon. What year did Christopher Columbus arrive in America? In 1492. Which of these animals is a mammal? The blue whale. Which of the following sentences is correctly punctuated? The correct answer is option B. Which ancient culture built Machu Picchu? The Inca civilization. Select the correctly accented word. Lapis. It has an accent on the A. If you have 3 dozen apples, how many apples do you have? "36 apples." What is the verb in the following sentence? Sophia quickly climbed the stairs. Climbed. If there are 25 cars in a parking lot and each one has 4 wheels, how many wheels are there in total in the parking lot? There are 100 wheels. In which country did the pharaohs live? In Egypt. What do you call a word that sounds the same as another but has a different meaning? It's a homophone? Where was pizza invented? In Italy. How do you say Madeira in English? It's wood. How do you write this fraction? 7/9. Option B. Which country does this flag belong to? It's Uruguay. The word amiable is an adjective, a verb, or an article. It's an adjective. In which sport is the term checkmate used? In chess. Which vitamin does your skin produce from sunlight? Vitamin D. Which of these words has stress on the second to last syllable? Domingo. Where is this waterfall? In Venezuela. With what instrument do we measure temperature? With a thermometer. What unit of measurement do we use to measure the volume of a liquid? The liter. Which are the close vowels? I and you. If you have 10 candies and you eat 3, but then you get 5 more as a gift, how many candies do you have now? Now you have 12 candies. To which system of the human body do the brain and spinal cord belong? To the nervous system. What is the closest star to Earth? The Sun. What is the name of the layer of the Earth that is between the core and the crust? The mantle. What is the plural of pencil? Pencils. What do we call the sentences we use to give orders? Imperatives. What is the plural of crisis? Option A. Which animal is known for its ability to change color? The chameleon. If today is Monday, what day will it be in 3 days? In 3 days, it will be Thursday. What is celebrated on February 14th? Valentine's Day. Which organ is inflamed in conjunctivitis? The eye. Which century are we in? In the 21st century. What is the largest animal in the world? It's the blue whale. What is the energy generated from the movement of water called? Hydropower. What is the tallest plant in the world? The sequoia. Which plant is used to make clothing? Cotton. Which planet is closest to the sun? Mercury. Which of these is a 3-syllable word? Colmena. Which of these is an invertebrate animal? Octopuses are invertebrates. Which instrument do we use to measure length? The ruler. What do you call an 8-sided polygon? Octagon. What is the name of this fruit? It's a mango. How do you write 512 in Roman numerals? Yes, sir. Which animal neighs? The horse. How many tens are there in 100? Ten tenths. How many months are there in 4 years? "48 months. What do you call a person who speaks several languages? They're called a polyglot. What is the synonym for path? Trail. On which continent is Egypt located? In Africa. Where can we find an iceberg? In the ocean. How are words that have the accent on the last syllable classified? They are words stressed on the last syllable. How do you say muchas gracias in English? Thank you. Thank you very. What gas do plants take from the air to carry out photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide. What do plants need to grow? Water, sunlight, and nutrients. What is the main ingredient in making chocolate? Cacao! Which animal lives in hives? The bee. How do you read this mathematical expression? "165 is less than 540. Laura has 12 cookies and wants to share them among herself and her 3 friends. How many cookies will each one get? Three cookies. Which of these foods is an excellent source of protein? Fish. A chocolate weighs 50 grams. How many chocolates are needed to make 1 kilogram? "20 chocolates. Which of the following is a renewable resource? Sunlight. Which country would you visit to see this building? The Taj Mahal is in India. Guadalajara is the capital of Mexico. True or false? False. It's Mexico City. All the planets in the solar system have moons. True or false? False. Mercury and Venus don't have moons. What is the name of this musical instrument? It's a saxophone. How many years are there in a decade? There are 10 years. When is Earth Day celebrated? On April 22nd. Which is colder, the North Pole or the South Pole? The South Pole. Which cells fight infections in our body? White blood cells. What is the main character of a story called? The protagonist. In which season do most of the leaves fall from the trees? In the fall. What does the prefix sub mean? Under. What is a synonym? It's a word that has the same meaning as another. Which continent has the most countries? Africa with 54 countries. How many days does a leap year have? Do you have the correct answer? Write it in the comments and you could appear in one of our upcoming videos. Go ahead and participate. Congratulations to all the subscribers who answered correctly in the previous video. Now keep testing yourself with this amazing challenge on your screen. I'll see you in the next dose of culture. See you soon.